Yahoo!
Yahoo!
I feel like I have to start every episode with something silly and a giggle.
Great. That's great. All right. Well, today we thought we would do something really fucking fun.
Love.
It's not that deep, but I think we've been doing so many deep things
episodes.
that I just don't have it in me right now.
Yeah, we've been getting dicked down deep.
One of us has. I haven't had dick for 5 years since I've been with my wife. Isn't that impressive?
Yeah, that is a lot.
I was actually watching a show, and like, granted, like I am bisexual, so obviously, like if I'm with a woman, like I'm not going to be with guys. But I was watching a show that had a sex scene with a guy, and it just dawned on me. Like I was like, guys, and I was with like my family member, like Debbie and that, and I was like, isn't it so weird that like I haven't done that in 5 years? And they're like, like what? Like, I just think it's weird that I haven't done that in 5 years. Like, I've done that, but not with that.
Yeah, because it's like, you know it.
I know it well.
Haven't done it.
Yeah, like it's weird to go, like it's weird going from doing something every day with a type of anatomy, and then from one day forward, like not having that anatomy, having a different anatomy.
Yeah.
Like being bisexual is actually like crazy.
I lately have just been feeling like so horny, but in a different way. Where I'm just like, I want to do like a ton of new things.
Jesus Christ. Don't look at me whilst you're saying that.
I drank a lot of matcha just now.
Oh my
I'm
God.
feeling goofy.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's just move on. All right. So today, whenever she says this and then looks at me, I'm like, don't get me involved in whatever you're thinking. Look at that mischievous giggle. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about things that we splurge on and things that we are happy to cheap out on.
Yeah, love.
A very deep topic.
Yeah. I like this topic a lot just because like I can be so fucking cheap with shit.
Me too.
And when I'm really cheap with things, I think sometimes people are like shocked because they're like, whoa, this is like you're all over the board.
Yes.
Like this is an unexpected twist to like where you want a penny pinch.
I think this is why this is so us, because like we are like there is levels to it. And I will say this. I've met some people who have like a lot of money. Yeah. And it always does surprise me, the things that they're just like, no, I'm not paying for that. And I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like this is
a shock.
And then I do think like, do people think that of me? Because there are things where I'm like, I'm nowhere near rich enough for this, and I will put all my money on this, like the scammer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like, I will pay for this scammer. And there are things where I'm like, oh, I have the money for this, but I just refuse to put the money in.
Yeah.
So let's start. Should we start with things we cheap out on so like we can improve our situation?
Yeah. So my first one is like splitting the bill in a big group. Like I fucking hate if you go out to dinner with a group of people and then like you don't order a ton and then you're all like paying the same price.
So you cheap, like, so you don't order.
I will like do it, but like I will say something in the back end, or like I will preemptively go to dinner and be like, hi, like I just cannot spend $400 on dinner because I'm going to dinner with a bunch of men who are going to eat like steaks and pound martinis all night.
Yeah, I get that. That's very frustrating.
What I've done now is like I'll just Venmo, like I'll just be like all Venmo. So like I will remember how much I paid, like add a little extra and send it.
I'm always the person that gets the fucking bill, and I'm always the person that ends up paying more. But then sometimes I don't mind because I'm like, oh, well, whatever. I get like the credit card points, but then like I like getting like cash money into my debit card, and it like I like, for me, I'm like, it's girl math. I'm like, I'm making money.
No, I know
because
what
I'm like,
you mean.
the cash money is going into my debit and I'm spending it on my credit, and then I get the credit card points. But then I'm like, there are people that don't pay. Also, when that happens with me, when like, let's say I go to a dinner and you have to either like Venmo or you have to put your card down and pay your bit, I always put more money in because I'm like, I refuse to be looked at as like they didn't pay their share.
Yes, I always pay my share. And what I am so good about is like, say we go to a dinner and like you're like, oh, I'm just gonna get edamame, and then I'm getting like 4 rolls and 3 sakes, and you're not drinking. Like I would be like, oh, let me pay this because I ate more. Like I'm outwardly always paying my bit.
I think we're so good with that.
I have just gotten so cheap in the sense that I'm like, I cannot keep going to dinners with a bunch of boys and like watching them pound beverages, and then we're all splitting
you should
the
just
bill.
Venmo.
I'm like, no,
I think
honey.
we're really good at that. Like, we are people who would, like, you know, it's that old thing of like, let's say I owe you $57.64.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Venmo you $58. Same
Yes.
with you.
Yeah.
Like, we are over givers. We're never under givers. And then it just sucks when like that isn't reciprocated to us with
Agreed.
money.
That just like grinds my gears.
I kind of get that from my mum, where like my mum is so giving with money, and like she like her personality, she just like forgets, so she just doesn't want to ask for it back. Like, she just like doesn't really care about it that much. Like, she's happy to give. But I think then it's frustrating when people don't treat you that same way.
Because
as
my
well.
dad is like that. Like, he always over tips, always picks up the bill, like never expects anything. And then as a kid, I'd always be like, oh, it's like really cheap when I don't see like people doing it back.
I will say with tipping, that's a hard one for me, because I'm not from a tipping culture. And I totally understand that in these states you have to tip, and that's how literally people make their money, because their wages aren't like proper. It's frustrating though, because as the consumer, like me tipping you 20% when you've just grabbed a drink from the fucking fridge,
Yes.
I don't like that shit.
I hate it.
So my personal rule is dinners, and when there's service involved, at least 20%.
Yeah.
Obviously more if they've done a fucking amazing job and I love them. But if I'm getting something from the counter and I get in trouble with my wife hates this about me, but I refuse to tip.
So I stopped tipping on coffees. I have like a place I go to, and like maybe once every 4 times I'll tip, but I'm just like, the coffee is $7. I cannot now tip you $3 and have a $10 latte. Like, I just can't do it.
Yeah.
And like at Starbucks, did you know, like, have you noticed how like when you go to tap, it'll say tip first before they show you the price? And I'm just like,
just put
no
thanks. Yeah.
No thanks.
I know it's a hard one, and my wife hates that about me, and she always, like, I've seen her at tills, she's always putting 25 or 30, and I'm like, babe, what have they done? And she's like, but it's not about that, they don't get their pay. And I'm like, well, that's not our problem though.
I have the same mentality, and I know that like, so my boyfriend always tips like on the coffee, and he always gives me shit because like when the two of us go, he's like, you were literally savage and just like no tip.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I cannot throw the money away.
Yeah.
That is a big thing lately. I'm like, no.
But with tipping in places where like we do get service, like a waitress, right, at a restaurant, I would rather tip those occasions 25 to 30%.
Yeah.
Like, I am happy to over tip then, because it's like they are being nice when they probably don't want to be nice.
Yeah.
They've gone out of their way to make something happen. Like, in fact, I would rather pay 25% in those occasions, and I often do, than have to tip in the fucking tills where they've not done anything. And it's not their fault. Like, yeah, they just want the tips, but it's like, it's just, as a consumer,
me.
it's very hard.
Okay, speaking of food, another thing, I'm super fucking cheap. If I go out to eat or like order in and the food or drink is not good, I will send it back multiple times until it is to my liking, and I will literally not pay for it. So like, I think it's cringy because some people really don't like that. But like, if I go get a matcha and I take the first sip and I don't think it's good, I will have them remake it. Because I'm just like, I physically can't pay for this and then not like it.
I think I'm in agreement whereby, okay, so I think it's very circumstantial for me.
Yeah.
But my wife also hates this about me.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. It's like, I don't want to be fussy. I don't want to make a fuss either. But at the end of the day, I'm paying for something. And if it's something that, like, for example, I do it with wine a lot because I drink a lot of red wine. If they bring me a red wine and it smells like vinegar, I cannot drink this.
Yes.
And I know.
Yes.
And I know what this smells like, that it's gone from a bottle that's been opened.
Yeah.
And it's been sat there for days.
Yeah.
I know what this smells like.
Yes.
And then my wife's like, babe, you just don't like the wine. And I'm like, no, it's been opened.
Yeah, it's rank.
It's rank. And then she's like, don't make a fuss. And I'm like, but I'm paying. And
Yes.
And so I think I do make a fuss when it's like, I know I'm not in the wrong. If I've ordered something and I just don't like it, then I might just be like, fuck it, like, it's my fault. I'll just pay for something else. But like, if it's not like I'm not in the wrong, like they're in the wrong, I will make a fuss. I don't mind making a fuss when like I'm not in the wrong and I'm paying for a service that I'm not getting.
I'm like that with cocktails. Like if I order like a dirty martini, just not good, I'll just be like, this isn't good.
Yeah.
But I'm very nice. Like I'd say like I'm overly nice and really smiley. And then I always say like, I don't want to be a pill. I'm really sorry, but like this does not taste right.
I'm really nice about it too.
Yeah.
But it's hard to do it when I'm with my wife because she is mortified. Like she just never wants. She's too empathetic basically, and she does never wants to make a fuss and like. But I'm like, you can't live like that. Like then it's like to our detriment. Like the empathy is like.
Yeah.
Now, like, we're suffering for it now.
That's how I feel. I'm like, this is affecting my overall vibes and my night. And, like, now I'm going to be cunty because, like, I'm just
so
not
similar.
pleased.
Like, we're literally the same person.
And, like, so one of my best friends, she's like this. So when we go out, it's funny because it's like we're so picky but so nice. But then I've noticed when we do it in front of other people, it's like they think it's very, like, bratty. And I'm like, when did this become bratty to just be like, this wine is old? Like, meanwhile, my boyfriend's eating and drinking anything, just getting food poisoning left and right.
I know.
Like,
I think you should.
sweetie.
I think if you're nice about it, like you can, especially if there's like customer service involved. And then you know what? There's been times where I've been fussy about something. They've helped me out, and I've tipped them really well.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, thank you. I was difficult, and you helped me out. And I don't want to be difficult, but I'm not getting the service that I've paid for.
Right. Next thing I'm super cheap about is flying.
I have flights. I'm so cheap about flying.
Like, I will buy a purse for like $5,000.
Yes.
And I will literally not want to pay for premium economy, which is $60 more.
I never, ever pay for premium economy.
Can't do it.
Okay, we are so similar. So, like, I fly a lot and I will fly Spirit. I will fly Frontier.
Yeah.
I do not pay for seats. I do not pay for premium. I do not pay for... I don't want to go with a fucking suitcase because I don't want to pay for the suitcase. I will save $30 if the plane is leaving at 5 a.m.
Oh, I know.
And then I'm there at 3:30 being like, what the fuck have I done?
I do this
because
too.
I'm like, it's $30 more for a 9 a.m. flight.
Yes.
So cheap.
I
so
will
cheap.
book the earliest flight and literally be like rising like a corpse from my bed. And I'm like, why did I do this for $22
Or like
savings?
when you have a long layover and now you're in like Sofia, Bulgaria for 12
literally.
hours. And you're like, it was $44
No.
more.
I did this recently for a friend's wedding in Italy, and like a bunch of my friends were going at like a different time, and I just couldn't go that early with work or something. So I booked a flight solo, had the craziest fucking long ass layovers, and I was like almost in tears because I was like, why did I do this to myself?
Yeah.
But then when the trip was over, I'm like stoked. I'm like, I saved some money.
Yeah, like I saved $44. I know, I'm the same. I will pay the amount of shit I will pay any money for. But when it comes to flying, I'm so cheap. Okay, related to flying, I don't know if you're the same, but and maybe it's because I fly a lot, but I am so cheap about suitcases and luggages.
Yeah.
It's to the point where my family members have been like, I cannot go out with you with that suitcase because you look like a drug dealer. Like you look like you've got 12 kilograms of cocaine in there. So like if you're traveling with me, you can't fly with this.
Because it's like a poor quality suitcase.
I mean, okay, well, so this is the other thing. I'm so cheap with suitcases that I don't want to buy them. So, like, I just inherit them.
So I was going to say, like, I've like take my mom's suitcase.
Yes, okay, yeah.
I'm like over my dead body. Am I spending even
we're not buying
$80
suitcases.
on a suitcase?
Okay, so I'm like, we're not buying. So
No.
I inherit them. So it's like Samsonites and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's from like the 70s.
Yeah.
I have one Tommy Hilfiger that has been around the world with me. And it's like not a hard shell, it's a soft shell. So because it's fabric, it's like black and it was beige. And someone was like, I love the color of it. It's like a dark
Ombre.
brown. And I was like, well, it was actually a light beige. This is dirt. And this is the suitcase that my parents are like, you look like a drug dealer. And then it got so bad. This whole suitcase thing has gotten so bad for me that the other day, it was before my Italy trip, I was like, I'm going to like a $1,000 a night hotel in Tuscany. like I can't take the Tommy Hilfiger that looks like. So I was like, and this is how far I will go to not pay for a suitcase. I was like, okay, I'll get a suitcase. So like, Mum, do you want to go to Ross so I can get a
Yeah,
suitcase?
they have the best ones there.
And then I made her pay for it because I was
Yeah.
like, I just refuse. I was like, please buy me this.
Yeah.
And I bought an $80, I don't know, a Ross branded.
TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls, they have good suitcases. But yeah, I could not physically buy a suitcase.
This whole suitcase thing is so on brand for me that I actually did. So Debbie gave me a hand-me-down Remoa.
Love.
And I'm just like, this is so not me. It's so
Yeah.
nice. And and of course, like, I then use it because I'm like, this is so, like,
Yeah.
I feel all bougie with it. And I actually hate it because it's like, it doesn't have the zippers, like it doesn't
Yeah.
have the like I'm like, I don't know what to do with this like bucket lock situation
Yeah.
thing. So like I was born to wear cheap suitcases.
Remember the Remoa gate at Playboy? That's why I could never have a Remoa. My ex had a Remoas and like offered to give me one, and for some reason I was
don't
just
like
like, I
Remoas.
can't have this
They have
juju with the Remoa.
They have so many issues.
Yeah.
I just cannot with Remoas. I'm just happy with the like hand-me-downs from the 70s, or like I'm just
Yeah.
happy with the like $80 ones from Ross.
Okay, another cheapo thing is gas. So like I have to put in the cheapest gas. Is it like 87 or something?
I go to Costco.
Yeah. I'm like, I cannot. I will rather drive on empty. Like if I see a Shell and it's like $6
You're like,
and
no.
my car's on empty, I will risk it to find a cheaper
But also,
gas
it's
station.
criminal that gas in California is like the other day it was like $7 at
Yeah.
Chevron. I was like, what is this?
It's insane. So when I had my Beamer, it needed the nicest gas. Never did it.
I
Just
have a
put in the
Costco
cheaper
card and I go
gas.
to Costco. Sometimes I can't make it to Costco and I have to
Yeah.
use. So yeah, for my Audi, it's also 91. It's
Yeah.
This is also the other thing that I didn't think about going into buying a car. I didn't think about the gas.
So I didn't either, because our Audis need the nice gas. The Beamer needed the nice gas. Right now I'm throwing in the cheap fucking gas, which I know is horrid, but I'm just like, I can't.
Well, it's also a lease, so it's like if it fucks up, you're like,
That's
not
how
my
I feel
problem
too.
anymore.
The lease thing, that's why I'm like, I
Not your
cannot
problem.
for you idiot.
Whereas I actually bought my car, so I'm like, this
Yeah.
is my problem now. So I do cheap out on gas too. I will say though, with like cars, I did splurge on mine because I was like, I'm going to be on the 405 every single day.
Yeah.
Actually, I've spent a lot of life moments in the 405. When I was thinking the other day, I was like, wow, I've had some really like breakthroughs in the 405.
That's
like
cool, though. Yeah.
When I think about all the times I've cried in the last 5 years, it's been on the 405.
I love that you said that, because I was thinking driving here, like, wow, I've actually had my adult years like on the freeway driving solo, and it's like given me the most growth and like maturity. Because I'm like, when I was first starting my career, I was like commuting from my mom's and like dealing with like the woes of a new job, like relationships, breakups, like
Yep.
traveling. It's like a lot of solo time to think.
A lot happens on these freeways. I actually have a picture. We can put it up here. When I broke up with my boyfriend, well, it was the first time we broke up, and then we got back together like 3 days after this.
Yeah.
But I was moving. It was when I think it was COVID had just hit, so I was moving all of my stuff from mine and Shelby's rental in West Hollywood to Debbie's house in Newport Beach. I was also going through this breakup. So it's, and I don't even know why the fuck I took this picture that we can put up here. But it's a picture of me crying on the 405, and you can just see the pillows in the background from like all my stuff.
Oh.
In the and this is when I didn't have the out. Like I was in a Nissan that looked like a marshmallow. And it's just, and honestly, when I see that picture, I just see like, wow, I've grown so much from it. I
Yeah.
have an Audi now, not a Nissan.
Yeah.
And with a woman, not a boy. There's just been like a lot of growth. And it was only like 5 years ago. It wasn't that long ago.
The streets know all.
That freeway knows fucking everything.
Okay, I have two more.
Okay, go for it.
Very cheap about like cookware in my kitchen, and also like seasonings. So like I would never buy like all these like seasonings. So like sometimes when people have come to my place, they're like, do you have this? Do you have that? Like a ketchup or something? And I'm like, no. And then the other thing that I don't really splurge on is like cookware.
Yeah.
So it's like I have
Wait,
one
do you cook? I don't
spatula.
even know if I ever asked you this. Like, do you cook?
I used to cook, but now I don't really cook that much.
I don't cook.
I like for one person, it doesn't make sense.
I wish we were doing this episode with Ashley.
Ashley
Ashley, if you're listening, do you have spoons? Do you have like cups?
I have only seen Ashley cook one time.
We love you, by the way.
And it was so funny because like her girls were all home and like the girls' friends were home and she was like making pasta or something. But then the girls had all ordered Uber Eats. So it was just like...
Yeah, that's like my mum. My mum doesn't know how to cook or anything. But she's always going to provide. It's like, okay, like, if I have to host, we'll order the nicest fucking thing. But I am not making anything. Okay, so... On that note, I do have cheap out house, IKEA, lol. So here's my thing about housing. Yeah. Growing up, I was always on the move with my parents. We would move countries, we would move houses. I've lived in countless fucking homes growing up. Like so many apartments, so many houses that I always dreamed of when I'm older, when I'm 30, when I'm 25, I'm going to have my place and my furniture and never travel. And it's going to be like home. And the older I'm getting, the less that's important to me. Like, I am fine with rentals. I am fine with having furniture that is not mine. So, like, in my house in Hawaii, it's all not our furniture. It's all, like, furnished. I just I'm not attached to, like, material house things anymore. And I actually, like, I've always tried to think why. Like, is it because I'm inevitably like my parents and I'm just like... Or is it because I'm just not there yet? Like maybe when I'm 40 or 50, I will be. And I'll want my furniture and I'll want everything. And then it dawned on me as well. So my grandmother, who is 91, she has everything she owns is like centuries old, right? Like it's from her parents. And then like it's stuff that she's collected throughout all her life. I'm sure you feel the same about your mother. Like your mother's stuff looks amazing. Yeah. And I'm like, I will inherit all of that. Like there's no, like it's not going to other grandkids or anything. And I'm just thinking like, why the fuck would I buy plates when my nan has these like beautiful crystals that in 10, 20 years will be mine? And like, I'm in no rush to like have cups and plates and stuff.
So I'm like this with houseware similarly because I'm so picky that it's hard for me to just buy something to buy it. Like I could not just buy a chair because I need to buy a chair. Yeah. Like I would have to like overthink it to like the nth degree. So like I tend to not buy a lot of stuff like that because it's like it has to be perfect in my mind. So my place, like everything I've bought is like very meaningful or like something my mom gave me or it's like antique. Yeah. But like I would never just be like, oh, I want to go get a throw today. I'm like going to go buy a throw. Yeah. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yeah, of course. I'm the same. So like when I had... So when I moved to West Hollywood to Shelby, it was unfurnished, so we needed to furnish it. She had all these beautiful things that she already owned, and I was like, I'm new to the country, like I need to go fucking buy things. And of course I went to IKEA and just bought the cheapest fucking things ever. And I think I literally gave myself a budget of like $300 to furnish my whole room.
You probably could do it, right?
And it looked so cute. And
IKEA's the shit.
IKEA's so good. And it also just dawned on me then, I was like, really, money cannot buy style because
agreed.
You'll know who I'm thinking of, but we know someone that has a lot of money and she dresses like shit. And she literally could buy the nicest things. Yeah. And she literally looks like she is head to toe in Shein. Yeah. Like I'm like it literally was bought from like Pretty Little Thing.
Who are you talking about?
Who also is annoying.
Oh, yeah. So in my head, that's who I was thinking of. Yeah. But I was also thinking of someone else. Then I was like, it's like crazy because the Shein style is so fucking bad. And like even the fake lashes and like everything's just so bad.
But she has so much money. Yeah. Like she could get a fucking stylist.
She would look stunning.
She's pretty.
But
like she could.
The money. So often I'll go to someone's home and be like, oh, I love this. And they'll be like, it's IKEA. And I'm like, you should be like, it's IKEA. Yeah. Like, I don't think we need to be embarrassed. Like, I'd be like, fuck yeah, I bought this at Marshall's.
You know that bag?
Yeah.
How much do you think that was?
I don't know, but it's so cute. I noticed it right away.
$10 from TikTok Shop.
Wait, really?
It looks designer.
Oh, wow.
It looks fucking designer.
That's a great find. I love the color too.
Thank you. It looks
but
designer.
yeah, it's just like, be like proud, you know, because it's like you actually have taste. So you're like figuring it out.
Yeah, I think that money does not buy style. I know people that don't have a lot of money. Like literally the girls that I look up to, like from a fashion sense.
Yeah.
Obviously these girls have like money now because they become influencers. But it was like back in the day when they didn't have money and they looked so cute.
Yeah.
A lot of these girls, granted, are European where it's so much easier to look nice. So the fashion's just so different. But I do also, my top of my list is clothes. I do not buy clothes. My grandmother, who's my fashion icon, like she dresses so well. She always said to me since I was a little girl, if you have nice shoes and a nice bag, like nice accessories, nice jewelry, you can put anything on your body.
Yeah, it's true.
The accessories will bring it out and you can look expensive and you can look stylish with accessories, whether that's shoes, bag, jewelry. Like, and that's why I think, especially people who wear just like all black, like
so chic
because you just pair it with a nice bag, pair it with nice shoes, pair it with like nice jewelry. So I do not buy clothes. I really don't, unless I have to go to a wedding and I need a nice dress or like
something.
My clothes all come from hand-me-downs. They all come from the need. Like I need a new jacket or like I need a dress. And usually I do try and like one in, one out. If I'm buying a new dress, let me put something for Goodwill. I really don't buy clothes. Like it's really rare for me. But I buy bags and shoes. Like there's no fucking... I have over 200 pairs of shoes.
I spend a lot of money on clothes, so I'm the opposite. But like anything I buy, I wear to death and I'm like obsessed with. So I'd say like I spend so like I will buy anything for any price clothing wise, but I will literally rewear shamelessly and like wear it for 10 years. And so I know like anything I buy, you know how it's like people buy stuff and it's just like hanging in their closet? I don't do that.
No.
Like anything I have hanging is like being used on the regular.
Yeah, you have great style. And I will say, similar to you, like the clothes I wear now, I've had it for over, like it's from when I was 16, 17.
Forever.
For over 10 years. Okay, that's a nice segment though. Let's talk about things you splurge on. So outside of clothes, what else do you spend your money on?
So water is a really random thing.
For God's sake, Devon.
But I spend so much money.
This girl could do a whole episode
water.
On premium water.
I am so obsessed. Like, I have to drink certain water and it's so expensive. But like, I don't know why I cannot physically drink water unless it tastes a certain way. Like it tastes disgusting to me. So like that is something I'm really
I don't
picky
even drink
about.
water, so I wouldn't know.
That is like something crazy.
I
like,
just drink sparkling.
a plastic water bottle that's not Essentia to me. I'm just like, bleh.
Do you like Fiji? That's what we have at
So
home.
I like Fiji, I like Essentia, and I like Mountain Valley.
Give us a sponsorship if you're listening.
If I got sponsored by Mountain Valley,
You'd
I
die.
will strip
That's
and
her
run through
dream.
the streets.
Yeah.
What about you?
Okay, so all of mine, I think most of mine are tied to experiences. You know me.
Yeah.
I will drop any money on a good time.
Yeah.
Like
Love.
any money. So that includes hotels. I
Yes.
will easily spend $1,000
I'm that way
hotel.
too with hotels. Like I do
Love
not
hotels.
feel one thing. I am like just charge it.
But with hotels, I'm very specific.
Yeah.
I do not like sort of like mainstream resorts. So like the thought of like going to a Four Seasons does not appeal to me.
Yeah.
I like the boutique-y,
Yes.
expensive as fuck finds, like Soho House adjacent. Like
niche.
niche. Found it through like a lot of research.
Gorgeous.
Airbnbs that look amazing. Like
Yeah.
I'm very, very specific. And this is like my biggest passion in life is like staying in nice hotels and stays. All my friends come to me with like hotel like
reco
asks.
needs.
Yes, because I know where to stay.
So I'm the same. I will literally fly in dismal, like by the toilets,
Yes.
and then I will like stay at a
100%.
$1,500 room, but not bat an eye.
yeah. So I've actually had this discussion with my wife because obviously she knows that's where like our money goes. And she's like, for once, just putting it out there.
Yeah.
Should we fly first class? Like we could put that $1,000 towards
Yeah.
a first class ticket, then the hotel. And I'm like, no, we will literally be tied to the top of the plane and fly in pain, but we will stay at the hotel because I love hotels.
Me too. I have to say when we went to Japan, so we stayed in 3 different hotels. The third hotel my boyfriend chose, and it just was not nice.
No, I will not let anyone choose.
I just was like, I can't take a shower here because the shower curtain's grossing me out. I was like dramatically sleeping in like leggings and a long sleeve because like the sheets were like uncomfortable to me. It really affects my overall vibe and mood.
Yeah.
So because I know that about myself, like I just don't like to cheapen it because it actually will ruin my experience.
Whenever someone goes away with me, they're not choosing the hotel. I'm choosing.
Yeah.
Everyone that I go on vacation with, I'm like, I'm so sorry, but I have to take control of this.
Yes.
Also, and if they don't have the budget to stay where I want to stay, I'll just pay for you.
So I was gonna say I will happily just pay the extra amount.
Yeah.
I'll be like, pay me what you were gonna pay for the shit hotel.
Like your budget.
Yeah,
I'll pay.
cover the extra.
100%. I love that. I will say it was so. I probably Googled for months like really nice days in Tokyo. Could not find any good place in Tokyo. I found like the Edition.
So I was just gonna say the Edition,
but like it was expensive and I didn't want to do that. So I just actually what I did was this. I stayed in like a very normal place in Tokyo that I didn't really want to stay in.
Yeah.
But then we splurged in Kyoto because there was like a lot of good places to stay in Kyoto and in Mount Fuji, like in the onsen. But actually I'm just saying this because out of everywhere I've gone all over the world, there's been a surplus of places I want to stay. And Tokyo was the only place where there's like not many boutique hotels.
The Edition and then something else. And like the Edition, it was like $3,000 a night.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Something.
That's why I was like,
and then
I'm
I'm
not
just
gonna
like,
do it.
okay,
No.
this is like getting nuts.
Okay, yeah. So similar to hotels and travel, I will pay any money to see an artist that I love, live music. Like I think I've paid. I think the most expensive I've paid, obviously festival tickets, very expensive.
Yeah.
We'll go to any festival, pay any price for a festival. For like a singular concert, I think the most I paid is like Adele, like $800 or something. But like again, like dropping $800 to see an artist for me is like not that big of a deal.
No, I agree.
Especially because you don't do it that much.
Music or just like a night out experience. Like
Oh,
if
nights
someone's
out.
like, let's get a table, a party bus, and do
I
this,
have
I'm
paid
like,
a lot
just
for it.
Venmo me.
Yes,
I have to
exactly.
say yes because I'm just like a yes girl for like a time.
Same with dinners.
Yes.
Like I hate to say it, but there's been dinners where like I've paid $500 for my wife and I.
A fun date night or girls' dinner out, I am like, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Especially if it's somewhere new I want to try.
100%. I love it. Love dinners. We'll pay any price. So adjacent to dinners with wife, I have wife. Like I will give that girl anything she wants. And it costs me so much money.
Cute. I'm selfish. I'm like,
Like I will, okay, like let's say we go out shopping, right? Like
Yeah.
you and me. I will not see anything I want to buy for me, but I will see all these cute things I want to buy for her and I will buy it for her.
yeah.
And I think the reason of that is like I'm someone who's very spoiled by like so many people in my life, like my
Yeah.
parents and like my friends, and like I'm someone that is luckily like very spoiled by other people. And like I don't feel the need to get like, oh, I'm not saying that my wife does. She does spoil me, but she spoils me in like different ways. And it's like I want to give that to someone, and I've always been this way. I'm just a giver.
I would say I'm like not cheap about gift giving. Like I always like getting gifts for people.
I love
like
that
little
about
thoughtful
you.
gifts.
You have gotten me really nice. Like when you took me to a concert to Beyonce.
I try to like do things for friends that I think they would like actually enjoy, you know?
I
and,
also
like,
do
be
the same for
thoughtful.
friends.
Yeah, because
And
you're
the
that
thing-
way too.
And the thing with friends is like with my best friend, like I've taken her to Coachella. I've taken her to like Soho Farmhouse. It's like I would be doing this with my wife anyway. So it's like me spending that money on you is like no different than me spending it on my wife.
Yeah.
And like I think oftentimes friends will be like, you cannot possibly do this for me. And I'm like, why not? Because I'm like, I would do it for my wife.
Right.
And like I know that like my partner and I are like family, but you're also family because I've known you my whole life. And like you're my family too.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like family.
So to me, it's like I don't really think it's a big deal.
You don't like see it as like
Lou, and then it makes me feel so weird because they're like they think this me like giving something that costs money is like a big thing, and I'm like, and I tell them I'm like, I don't see it the same way as you though. Like I'm not seeing this as like this is costing me it. Like I just think it's like
fun.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's a weird thing, but like I'm happy to spend whatever on friends if it like relates to like us doing like an experience. The other thing I will not cheap out on is anything medical. So like I got LASIK and I was fucking terrified because I was like, it's my eyes.
Yeah.
So I went to like the best doctor in fucking Newport Beach, and he literally operates on like athletes, and I was like, I'm not gonna cheap out on this.
Yeah.
Or anything medical in general. Like I haven't had to had many procedures, but like again, like I'm getting my boobs done, which is also terrifying.
In Brazil, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Granted, I am doing it there because it's cheaper, but
still,
I'm like, I'll go with whatever the doctor is like whichever.
Yeah, and you're doing your research.
Yeah, so anything medical, dermatologist, like anything that's gonna like affect your
appearance. I'm very anal about stuff like that. Right? I could never just like walk in. Another thing I really splurge on that's quite wasteful is like delivery service.
Oh my God, yes.
So like Uber Eats or like ordering my groceries.
Me too. I'm lazy.
I see the fee and don't bat one eye.
I'm
so
like, lazy.
Excellent.
Like, do you ever do this? Because I do it. Sometimes you really want something like that's cheap, like a coffee.
Yeah.
And it ends up costing you like $20 because with the like I have paid $20 for like a coffee.
I did that today.
I do have the Uber One membership where you pay $9 a month and you don't get the delivery fees.
It's way smarter.
Yeah. The last thing I think I also don't cheap out on is like related to medical is skincare, which honestly, like, I don't even buy that much of it. But if I do buy, like, I'm happy to pay $100 for like a better cream, you know?
Yeah.
And perfume. I mean, like, we're not 12. We cannot be wearing Britney Spears Fantasy for like $12 anymore.
Totally.
Although that was.
I think skincare for me, because I don't wear a ton of makeup. So I like to have like my basic makeup like products that I use in rotation, but like the skin to me, like tried and true.
I also don't really have like drugstore makeup, but there is one item of drugstore makeup that I've never ever retired, and
Which one?
The Maybelline mascara.
Yeah, it's insane. Like it's the best mascara in the world.
I dare you, if you're watching, to prove to me that there is a better mascara than the Maybelline ones.
It's the best.
Yeah.
And like the waterproof one is actually waterproof but comes off with your makeup remover.
Yes, dude.
Like it actually does the claims.
Whenever, like my wife wears MAC and she looks great, but I'm like, I don't think I've ever met someone that doesn't wear the Maybelline mascara.
Yeah. I like have tried like so many expensive mascaras that are like $40.
They're awful.
And I'm like, why would I spend this when I can pay $7?
But I think everything else, I'm like, it's like not like drugstore. It's like proper.
When I like had first started working, I remember my boss was like talking about how like she has like a cleaner or like she has a dry cleaning service, and she was like, my philosophy is that paying extra to help do the work so you can get the time back and enjoy your life is like money well spent.
I had that on my list. So I named it as outsourcing.
Yeah.
I will pay whatever money to outsource things that I don't want to do.
So do I.
And I have this argument with my wife because my wife thinks like we should just get down to business and do the dirty work. And I'm like, why the fuck would I do that?
I love to outsource. Like I will outsource like work.
Me too. So I will pay for it. In the UK, I had a regular cleaner. Knew her for years. She would come every week. Now we just get a cleaner because I have a wife that is fucking down to do it, which I'm like,
great.
Dude, we could just outsource this.
Yeah.
Just like ad hoc. Again, if I wasn't traveling as much and spending money on travels, I would probably do like a cook, like someone that can cook. My parents do this.
Yeah, like the meals.
They're not much of cooks either. So what they do is, although they live in Texas, everything's so cheap. They get someone to cook them like pre-made stuff, and it's delicious, and they just use it throughout the week.
I love that.
I will literally pay to outsource fucking anything.
I think outsourcing and being smart about it is just like, if you're not doing that, like get it right.
Yeah.
Get it right. Get it
What
right.
else? I don't know. I just think we're like quite similar with like, I mean, the only thing I think we really differ on is that you will buy expensive clothes and I don't.
Well, and then you spend like more money on travel,
I do.
and I spend it more on like materialistic things.
Yeah.
But like as far as like experiences, like that's important to us.
Yeah. It is quite funny. How do you deal with like trips with friends when like you're on different budgets? You pay the difference.
So I have noticed it's like I pay the difference.
Yeah.
Because I don't ever want it to be awkward. But sometimes I'm just like, my one best friend, she and I are totally on the same page. So when we've traveled a lot together, we're like totally in sync. But like, yeah, I just like pick up the tab.
There's like really funny TikToks online being like, you cannot be the poor friend in a group trip.
It's like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pay the
what
difference.
What do you do?
Yeah, I think if it's something like a hotel I really want to stay in, like I'm just happy to be like, I'll fucking pay this. Like,
well, because you're like, I'm going all the way here, so I would like to do it the way I want to do it.
Truly.
Yeah.
But also we're like 30 plus. Like, come on, guys. Like we
That's
can't
how
be,
I feel too.
when they're like, "What's your budget?" And I'm like, "What do you mean, what's your budget? There's no budget.
There's no budget.
Like,
we are
like,
here.
there's no budget.
Like,
we're going to do what we want to do."
Thank God my boyfriend's like this, because like when we were going into our trip, I was like, we're gonna split everything.
Yeah.
So I was like, what we should just do is like he basically put everything on his card, and then I was like Venmoing him.
Yeah.
But like obviously if we go to dinner, like sometimes we weren't splitting it 50-50, but just like basically split everything.
Yeah.
But I was like so intrigued to see, because I'm very like, I want to try 10 places. I am like spending money. Like if I got a matcha and I didn't like it, I'm like, we're trying 2 more new spots. And like he was very on that page. He wasn't being like cheapo.
Sugar daddy.
Because I think that if he was, it would have
be
been
like,
a turn off to me, because I'd be like, we're all the way fucking here.
What about when you see those couples that are like Venmoing each other for like 97 cents?
Like so,
yeah, it's so
weird. There was like some funny like TikToks, and it was like, yeah, the boyfriend like Venmoing her like $3.77 for like her Diet
Wild.
Coke.
I'm not about that.
That
life.
would be a hard no for me.
I just say, babe, I got
be
it.
Like, fuck off.
Yeah. No. Anyways,
Okay.
let us know how you cheap out and how you splurge.
And if you want, Venmo us money.
we are
And take us out
accepting
to
Venmo.
dinner.
We are accepting Venmos. All right.
Bye.
Right on time. Look at that.
Yay.